Hello, everyone. Welcome to our college football playoff breakdown. I'm Marisa Flores, joined by Stan Becton. After a thrilling season, we're down to the final four teams in the bracket. So let's start with the Cotton Bowl in Arlington, where Ohio State is going to take on Texas. Stan, both teams have had impressive seasons leading up to this semifinal. If the Buckeyes play, though, how we saw them play against Oregon, how much trouble is Texas in?
I think Texas could be in trouble because Ohio State is rolling right now. Jeremiah Smith looks unguardable. He had that big day against Oregon, that big first quarter. And I think if you let a team like Ohio State open that game in the Cotton Bowl and start fast, that could spell trouble for a Texas team that, sometimes has a little bit of challenges at that quarterback position. So if you force them to have to abandon that run game, Ohio State rolling and starting fast and carrying over that momentum could be a problem.
Absolutely. Ohio State's offense has been explosive, and you mentioned Jeremiah Smith. He could be their key to a crown if we see this game play out how they're expecting it to. But the defense should be noted as well because the pass defense for Texas is formidable, we've seen. But Ohio State has also allowed the fewest points per game this season. So, what strategies should we anticipate to see from both sides?
Yeah, defensively, this is going to be the best secondary Ohio State has faced all season long. They have Jade Barron, who is the Thorpe Award winner for the best DB in the country. Andrew Mabuka, he's a great safety, probably a top five safety. Not as good as Caleb Downs for Ohio State, but he's right in that conversation if Caleb Downs didn't exist. So that secondary is going to be formidable for that passing attack for Ohio State, and Will Howard is going to have to throw into some tight windows. But the bigger matchup, I think, comes with Texas's defense and someone who I think could be potentially the 2027 number one draft pick in Colin Simmons for Texas on the defensive line. Ohio State is starting a great left guard in Donovan Jackson at left tackle. So if your left guard is starting at left tackle, and he's been doing it all season, didn't allow a sack last week, so he's been doing a good job. But this is a different beast. You got Colin Simmons, elite freshman. Ohio State has one of their own, but Texas can't forget about him. And then they also have Trey Moore on the other side. So can Ohio State buy time for that pass attack to get going? And then on the other side, can Texas's secondary make those windows tighter?
A lot of factors going into this. We touched on the defense. We touched on that passing defense as well from Texas. But final thoughts here, Stan. What will you think be the ultimate determining factor in this semifinal clash? What is going to take it away for either team?
I think the determining factor will be Ohio State's pass defense because they haven't allowed a touchdown to anyone except Oregon over the past 2, 3 months. So Oregon has been the only team to get a passing touchdown on them. So if they can shut down that pass and force Texas, to have to run the ball at those former five-star DNs that have been actually playing like five stars for the first time in what it seems like years, then I think Ohio State can pull away for this game. So I think if that secondary can shut down the pass and make Texas one-dimensional, that could allow Ohio State to win that game.
Impressive resumes on both sides. Thank you, Stan. And that just about wraps up our Cotton Bowl breakdown. And it looks like it's going to be an exciting game, of course. We can't wait for all the action to kick off January 10th. And for all of your updates, go to ncaa.com. We'll see you next time.